Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal. Go.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. Takes it to about the 37. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
2nd down and 8.
60 Bobcats.
That's out to the left and complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried to dump off, lost yardage.
19 tight. Warriors, 17.
Here's Smith. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Boy, somehow, someone lost that running back downfield. He had acres of space, but this ball overthrown. And that's one you've got to be able to hit on.
This is taken around the 12. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
That's complete to the rookie from Michigan. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year.
2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
19 Lions. Trap 50. Trap 50.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Let's go. 19, 8, Cougar 19. Ready.
Play action. It's Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
79 Broncos. 60 Eagles. 6 Mustang 19.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Garcia. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Start. Cowboy 80. 18. 5 in.
Just beating the play clock. Smith. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. On now the Miami field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, nice move. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll go as a gain of 10 on the Kansas City 1st down. The Chiefs at 10-2 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They get the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run with Logan. And some room to work. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. He was doing everything he could to get the 6 points, a little bit short, but still an excellent run.
And look at it from the defense's point of view. They could have given up on that play. They did not, and still were able to corral it. And they've got some work to do in this down coming up, but at least they're being competitive and trying to stay with it.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Patrick Mahomes. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Come on. Warriors, 70, press all 80.
Smith. That is incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
18 Cardinal.
Smith now to throw. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. Here's Corliss Waitman now. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And bringing it out usually isn't the best decision, but he turned it into a good decision with what winds up being a terrific return. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Back with one complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Yellow.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yellow.
They'll run it here with Logan. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They run again with Logan. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Pacheco. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jamison Williams laying himself out in the end zone. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go around. Mahomes will do it himself. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so he wisely just gets rid of it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now he's going to step up and run. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
On the jump.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Dragon 60. 79 Broncos. Go.
Back to throw, Smith. Back to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
YOLO.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a game of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now here's Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Chiefs are able to add on to that lead. And it's blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Come on. Hey, 19,
Smith going to move him around.
19, Tiger. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Viking 18. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Mustang 19. Cougar 19. Trap 60. Trap 60. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Throwing is Smith. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
70. Here we go. Set. Panther 60. Panther 60. 19 tight. 18 rattle. 18 rattle. 79 Broncos.
Now it's Smith. That is caught. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
To throw is Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 19 Lions. Warriors 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Ready, set.
2nd and 10.
Cougar 19. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready. Viking 18.
In motion right, that's Williams.
Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On the ready.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
76, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18, 5 in. 18, Rattler, 18, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Now Smith. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
15, 15. Yellow.
We'll start the drive here with Pacheco. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
The 39-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Yellow.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. It's complete. He finds Falk here.
Mahomes pass complete to number 9. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On third down, it's Pacheco. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A chance for Waddle on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Here we go.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Smith. Got his man, it's Williams. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
This is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Third quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10. And now Smith going to change the play.
65 10. Mustang 19.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Come on, hit. Crack all 80. 7 Pirates. 10 through 11.
Again, Smith. He's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Liking 18. Ready.
They'll set up to throw.
They set up the screen. H.A. has it.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Shot 60, shot 60. Go.
Here's Smith. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
79 Broncos. 18, 5 here. Dragon 60.
Smith throwing again. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a first down.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Cougar 19. Panther 11. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now Smith. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
A loss of 12 yards.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
60. Stop low 18. Ready.
Looking to throw. Smith. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Cut back to you. Cowboy 80. 19 Lions. 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Keely Ringo picks it off.
And the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Pryor has it complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
And that is incomplete.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And again, it's Mahomes. He finds his man complete. That's Logan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 20! And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
He finds his man complete. It's Logan. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Chiefs extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Dolphins 10.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
makes it
Another
7-10.
throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
The offense on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Yellow.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1.
Let's go, little lady.
Again, it's Pacheco. And he stopped immediately there. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yellow.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now Mahomes. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Buffalo 18.
Smith. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. And defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And finally taken down at the 15. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Listen, when you're at this point of the game, all options are on the table. 4th down, they say, we've got to go for it. And what a play they come up with. Big yardage there to keep the drive alive.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Tag. Viking 18.
Smith now to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Hey, 15. Yellow. Spice hot.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. He's got a full head of steam. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for KC. 77 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And Mahomes will do it himself. That's caught right side by Worthy. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. And now here is another interception. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Yep, Hero 15. 180.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of it. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.